Hi Year 1, welcome to your Maths Home Learning for Wednesday the 24th of March. A big well done to everybody who sent their home learning in yesterday. Myself, Miss James and Miss Evans were really impressed, and I've wrote some names down of some of the children that stood out for doing super learning. Now it's not everybody, so don't worry if you can't see your name, but a big well done if you can see it on my whiteboard. That's because you did super maths work, so keep up the brilliant work. So yesterday we were working in our booklet. Today we won't need it, okay? So you will need your exercise book and your pencil and your whiteboard and pen to do some working out. So we are not working in the booklet today. We won't need it. Okay, we are carrying on with our number line work. So we looked at the number line yesterday and we learned how to use it. We're going to carry on with that today. So if I get my pen, we can have a go at jumping on the number line. So I saw some super efforts yesterday with you practicing. So we start on 0, we jump to 1. Count with me, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what do we spot about those numbers as we move from left to right? What is happening? They are getting bigger. They're getting bigger. So as we move along and as we jump, each number is getting bigger by 1. Okay, and we can see that there. As we move to the right, the numbers get bigger by 1. And then the opposite of that then, if we go from right and move to the left, so count with me, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The numbers are getting smaller. They are getting smaller. Okay, and they're getting smaller by 1 each time. We are counting down as we move to the left. Okay, I've got a number behind my star. Can you figure out which number it is? I'm going to give you a moment so you can write it on your whiteboard. I bet you can work it out. If you're not sure yet, start at the beginning. So start at 0 and jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shout that number at me. You should have 7. I'm sure you got a 7. Okay, that was our star number. Let's look at another one. Okay, this time I've covered up 3 numbers, so you can spot 3 stars there. I'd like you to write down the number that's going to be under the purple star. Okay, so you can write that on your whiteboard for me. I'm going to write it down too. Now, if you're a little bit unsure, start at 0. You've got 1. So done 1 jump. Another jump will be 2. So the first yellow star will be 3. What's this number going to be? Shall we find out? Let's reveal it together. 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 4. Well done if you got that right. Okay, so for your first task today, what I'd like you to do is to use the number line to find the answers to all of these questions on my screen. So what you can do is you can draw a number line in your book or on your whiteboard, or you can maybe use the number line on page 16 of your booklet. So this page here has got the number line written down for you, so you can use that to jump, or you can draw your own on your whiteboard or in your book. So I'd like you to find 2 more than 7, 1 less than 1, 2 less than 6, 1 more than 4, and 3 more than 5. Okay, so let's do an example question together. So if I was finding 3 more than 2, I would go to 2 because that's the number I've got, and I need to find 3 more. So if I need to find 3 more, I need to do 3 jumps forward or 3 jumps to the right. So there's 2. Okay, I need to find 3 more than 2, so I'm going to do 3 jumps. So 1, 2, 3, and we can see we've landed on 5, so 5 would be my answer. Okay, let's try one more before we pause the video. Okay, so this time I'm going to find 2 less than 9. Okay, so I go to 9 on my number line. Now I'm finding 2 less. So that means my number's getting smaller. So I'm going to jump to the left. I'm going to jump backwards. Okay, so if I'm finding 2 less, I need to do 2 jumps. So 1, 2, and what number have I landed on? Shout it at me. Well done if you said 7. I've landed on 7. Okay, so remember there is a number line on page 16, or you can draw your own. So those are your first 5 questions. So pause the video now. Right, you should have just paused the video and completed those 5 questions. That was for everybody. Now this next task is just for my set. Okay, so just for my maths set. So if last week you were working with me in maths, this is for you. Or if you used to work with Miss Richards, this is for you. Okay, so Miss Evans and Miss James's set, don't worry about doing this. Can if you want, but it's just for my set. Okay, for your task today, I'd like you to make a number line all the way to 20. So I know that you know all of your numbers to 10 really, really well. And you can see at the top of my screen, I've got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, underneath you can see my pictures of the Numicon. I'm circling the next number 11 now. What I'd like you to do in your books or on your whiteboard is to draw me a number line going all the way up to 20, making sure you're practicing your teen numbers. And if you're feeling amazing today, I'd be so impressed if you could draw me the numbers too. Okay, so you might draw me the counters, or you might have a go at drawing the Numicon. Okay, so that is your task if you are in my set. So you can pause the video and complete that if you are in my math set. You won't need to do anything else today other than practice your teen numbers all the way up to 20. If you'd like a challenge, maybe you could practice counting some objects around your house, so maybe some toys if you've got any Lego or blocks, or maybe in your kitchen if you've got some pasta, you could make some of those teen numbers for me, practicing your counting skills and practicing your number formation on your whiteboard. That'd be amazing. Okay then, so Miss Evans and Miss James is set. Let's carry on. Okay, so now I've got the video from yesterday to show you. I hope you enjoy it as much as me. This is one of my favourite videos.
There was an alligator living in the swamp. He'd sneak up on numbers and start to chomp. Whenever two numbers sat on the ground, she'd face the bigger one and gobble it down. When there are two numbers that are the same, the gator changes form and she swaps her name. Because she isn't sure exactly how to dine, she stands right in the middle as an equal sign. Number gators like to eat what's greater. They turn their backs on what is less. Their mouths open wide for the bigger side, and they munch down the whole great mess.
For more songs, games, and original stories, visit Brainsy.com.
Okay, you did amazing at that yesterday, Year 1. You all seem to understand it really well. Just remember that that crocodile is greedy. It opens its mouth to the biggest number, okay, and chomps it up because it is a greedy crocodile. When the numbers are the same, it changes form and swaps its name, so it stands in the middle as an equal sign because they are equal. Okay, let's practice that.
There was an alligator.
Oops. So on screen there are two numbers. Can you say them out loud for me? I'm sure you know those numbers. Okay, so we've got the number 14. Okay, and we can see here that 14 is made up of 110 and 4 ones. And then we've got 17. And 17 is made up of 110 and how many ones? That's right, 7 ones. Okay, so which number is the crocodile going to eat? Write down the bigger number on your whiteboard. Shall we do it together? I'll write down the biggest number too. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Show me. 17 is bigger. Okay, so I'm going to get my crocodile's mouth and it's going to open to 17 because that is the bigger number. It's got more ones. So we know that 14 has got 110 and 17 has got 110. But we can see it's got 14 has got 4 ones and 17 has got 7 ones. And we know that 7 is bigger than 4. It is greater than 4. It's got more ones. So 17 is the bigger number. Let's look at another one. Okay, so I've got the number 24. Do you know this number here? Say it out loud if you do. 31. Well done if you got that. Okay, so this is a part of your task today, so make sure you're listening really carefully. What you've got to do is not only have you got to decide which one is greater, which one is bigger, you've also got to draw the number. Okay, now we've been practicing making numbers at school and we've been using blocks and base 10. So I'm sure you'll be really, really good at this. So make sure we're listening carefully. So here I've got the number 24. 24. And underneath, here look, I've got my place value table or grid. So inside that grid, I'm going to draw the number 24. So here I've got my tens and my ones. So in 24, I can see if I put my T for tens above, my O for my ones, I can see I've got 2 tens. So I'm going to draw 2 tens. So I'm just going to do a big line down. I'm not going to worry about drawing my 10 blocks stacked together. I know that that one line is worth 10. It's a stick of 10. So 10, 20. There are my 2 tens, 20. Now I need to draw 4 ones. Okay, so my ones are going to be much smaller. Think about our base 10 blocks at school. They're much smaller, aren't they? And you can see them here in the picture. There's a stick of 10. There's a 1. Okay, so I'm just going to do a small little cube for my ones. So there's 1. Now I've got 24, so I need 4 ones. So 1, count with me, 2, 3, and 4. So there is 24. Now I need to draw 31. So I'm going to put my T for tens in the tens column and my O for ones. How many tens have I got in 31? Well done. If you know that it's 3, count with me. 10, 20, 30. 30, and I need 1, 1. So I'm going to draw my little cube of 1. 31. Okay then, on your whiteboard, I'd like you to write down the bigger number. Which one is that greedy crocodile going to eat? Will it be 24 with 2 tens? Or will it be 31 with 3 tens? 1, 2, 3. Show me. Well done if you got 31 too. So 31 is the greater or the bigger number because it's got more tens. Okay, and tens are worth more than ones. Let's look at another one. Okay, so we've got the numbers 42 and 16. Now I'm going to do this one on my whiteboard and I'd like you to do it with me. So first of all, drawing the number 42. Okay, and on the board I will put my T for tens and my O for 1. So you need to have 4 tens and 2 ones. Let's count 10, 20, 30, 40, 41, 42. Did you get that? I'll show you mine. I'm sure you did. Well done. Okay, the next number we're going to draw then, or make, is 16. Now, if I put my 2 for 10s and my off for 1s, you can see we've got 1 10 in 16 and 6 1s. Can you draw that for me? I'll give you a moment before I draw it on the board. Okay, so 1 10, 10. Let's count on 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, does your board look like mine? We've got 42 and 16. Now, in the middle of your numbers, I'd like you to draw a greater than or less than sign to your crocodile's mouth. Which one will the crocodile chomp up? Which one is bigger? Draw it for me now, and then I will draw it on the board. Well done if you know that the greater number is 42. A big thumbs up if you got that right. Well done. Okay, so year 1, I'm sure you'll do amazing today, and this is your task. So I'd like you to complete the 3 questions that you can see on your screen. So what I'd like you to do is draw each number. So drawing your sticks of 10 and your 1s, and then drawing your crocodile mouth in between. So your greater or less than sign or equal to in between each number. So I'd like you to do this in your exercise books, or if you haven't got your book, you can do it on your whiteboard. Okay, so you will draw the number 15 and the number 25, and then you will show me using your symbol which one is bigger or greater. Okay, so there are 3 questions in total. Okay, so let's put some numbers on. This can be question number 1, question number 2. I need to get better at this pen, don't I, year 1? I'll keep practicing. And question number 3. Okay, so that is your task today. Now, on the next slide, there is an optional challenge. So it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. We'll be super impressed if you do. But if you've had enough, don't worry, you've done plenty already. So you can pause the video now to complete this part. And if you want an extra challenge, carry on and press play. Okay, so your challenge is 3 more questions, but this time we haven't wrote the number. You've got to work out what the numbers are using the pictures to help you. Now, I think you'll find them pretty easy. I know you're great at your numbers and you're great at counting. Okay, so you've got to work out each number and then put in the greater or less than sign. I'm sure you'll do amazing. I will see you